Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy to have you here. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to bring my wife into the video. I don't think she's ever been on any of my videos. One of the things that we wanted to talk about was we like to do a lot of food prep and storage, and again, you never know what's going to happen. You've heard me say that before. So one of the items, prepping, freeze dried, those type of things gets very expensive. So one of the things that we decided to put in our storage is top ramen. A lot of people say top ramen doesn't have a lot of nutritional value. That's a whole other conversation. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But used in conjunction with many other things, and we have a bunch of different freeze-dried foods that my wife does a great job of making sure that we have in our storage. So we're going to show you an example of one thing you can make. It's a great thing. She's done it when our kids were younger. As she would say, when we were a little bit poor, and you don't have to just make soup. You can make stir fry, do all kinds of different stuff with it. So here's an idea. It's very low cost, and I'm going to talk about the cost and everything and why we have that in our storage and why it makes sense. Watch the video.
Hey everybody, this is Hector. This is my wife Ruby. She is never in my videos. This is probably her first video she's going to be in. She's anti the video. So, but she gave me crap the other day because I was talking about the food pantry and the food storage and the dry goods and the freeze dried that we've been doing this for years. The reality is she's been the one doing the storage of it. So I just happen to be riding along on this one. So the lights kind of, I don't know what's going on with the lights, kind of in and out. So this work will be on this. Well, what I wanted to do is I wanted to pick something up, and I was reading some different comments, and I just wanted to talk about it. I went and picked up a bunch of top ramen. So, or actually, she picked up the top ramen. I asked her to pick it up for me.
See, again, taking credit.
You see, can't win, no matter what. So, what did I tell you? This is good till September 22. So
Yeah.
it's not a whole lot. It's like this 9 months, but it's noodles. Trust me, they'll last longer. We've been talking about that, and some of it maybe depending how you store it as well. But my wife will tell you it's noodles. They'll last a lot longer than that. But anyway, the nice thing about it is, how much do these cost?
20 cents each.
20 cents each, and there's 24 in here. So what does that equate to? I don't know, about $4 bucks, less than $10 for a box of 48 of them. So 24 meals. Okay, what's my point? It's less than $5 and you get a bunch of meals. So some of the things people were saying that there's no nutritional value to it. So why do you buy these? Well, to be honest with you, and my wife's going to show us here. I'm not sure if you've seen how much freeze-dried food costs. It's expensive, and so as long as you're rotating the stuff out, you're okay. But it's expensive if you buy it by itself. One bag was about what, $10? $7, $8, $9, $10, depending on what you get. For a meal for four. So I just bought. We basically got these for what one bag costs for one meal. So in some cases, so what my wife has done, she's bought these different ones, and I don't like most of the stuff that she bought. She'll tell you that because I'm not too much into the vegetables and all that stuff. We got some celery. Oh, that's celery. This is broccoli. This is little broccoli. See the little broccolis? Little broccolis. This can is good till 2041. This is from Thrive, by the way. Thrive, right?
Thrive Life.
Thrive Life. So, and this is celery. See all the little small celeries in there? So all chopped up. So you don't have to eat this by itself. What we're going to do right now is we're going to soak some of these up, and soak these as well. She's going to show us how to do that, and then we're going to cook it up. Instead of just doing soup, we're going to do
stir fry.
We're going to do stir fry. So we're going to do stir fry, and we're going to throw some hot dogs in there and see how it. She used to do this a long time ago when we were raising the kids. What's that?
And poor.
And poor, yeah, and we were poor. So that's been a long time ago. So anyway, that's a good thing. But we just want to basically show you real quick what you can do with top ramen, so you can spice it up a little bit and be able to enjoy it. And if you have a frozen hot dogs or whatever, and there's other meats that you can dehydrate as well, so you can mix it up. So but just a quick way to show you. So we're going to do this really fast, and something you could do at home and save some money and not not spend this a ton. So, and we're gonna try out these vegetables. I'm not so sure about them, but I'm gonna try them. All right, here we go.
So you brag about my vegetables and then you're like, I don't know if I want to eat them.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna bring the camera down so you can see what she's doing. Okay.
So it's 1 cup of vegetables.
One cup of vegetables. Okay. Got the little oxygen absorbers in there.
Now just remember that once you open these cans, they're only good for 1 year.
Oh, you guys hear that? Once you open the cans, only good for 1 year. Once you open them.
Okay, so the broccoli I need to add.
Yep. So we'll have to mark these for the date, the new date, the new born-on date.
So this is 1/3 for the broccoli.
1/3 for the broccoli. And what is it for the?
Even with glasses, I can't hardly see that. 1/4.
1/4 for the other one.
So,
It's not a lot of water in there.
I don't know. Let you stir it around.
Oh, looks like the water's already been soaked in.
You can always add more, but the problem is if you add too much, then you got to figure out how to drain it out without losing all of the celery in the strainer, because that's not very big. Faster way to hydrate them is to put them in hot water. This is just plain old room temperature.
Okay.
And instead of using hot dogs, you could always use the freeze-dried chicken, the freeze-dried sausage, freeze-dried pork. So it truly would be a completely food storage meal.
I just happen to want hot dogs today.
Yeah, and we're going to add some eggs.
Oh, yep. So if you had chickens, you can do eggs.
Or,
Just saying.
I also have powdered egg.
Oh, powdered eggs too.
I do have freeze-dried eggs.
But for this, we're gonna use fresh eggs
Fresh hot dogs.
and fresh hot dogs. Anyway,
Oh, in the meantime, the way you do the top ramen, my dear,
Oh.
is you're going to kind of break it up a little bit. Start the hot water. You're going to want the hot water to get as hot as possible, because you're going to soak the ramen in hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes so it gets a little soft. So go ahead and break it up, pack it out, put it in the pan while I do the hot dog.
to break it up into pieces.
Yeah, you don't have to break it up tons, as long as you just want little tiny pieces. Particularly with breakfast.
Seasonings.
We're going to use the seasoning, but not for the moment.
Okay, the water's hot.
Okay. Make sure you cover the top ramen all the way.
All the way.
You want to keep it in there.
All right. And all right.
I love raw Oscar Mayer wiener. And the only wiener that I eat raw. Okay.
All right. So they are
Soaking
soaking. How long do we do it for?
for about 10 minutes.
Alexa, set the timer for 10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes, starting now.
And in the meantime, you can beat up these eggs with a fork.
All right.
Can you crack an egg
Nope.
without getting shell in it?
Nope. Success. There we go. Got him. Got him done. I have eggs.
Just want to point out that this is the first time you've cooked something in a couple of decades in this kitchen.
Just got to throw me under the bus. Throw me under.
He's not a cook.
Nope. I am not a cook.
Nope.
That's why we need the easy meals. That's why you see on the other videos the easy meals. They freeze dried, do the water. They work really good. Okay. Now, I guess we just wait now. We ready?
No, well, let's check the broccoli and celery. How long did it say it would take? 5 to 10 minutes for it to be hydrated all the way. This one 1 to 3 for the celery because it's in smaller pieces, you know. Smells just like celery, smell it. Yeah. That's the great thing about freeze dried is it retains its flavor and its nutrition.
That's the other thing about freeze drying. A lot of people are saying if they go past the dates, which we got a few of them that have gone past the dates, are they any good? It's not that they're not good, but the older they are, the what?
The less flavor they'll have and they'll start to get stale. But they won't poison you. If you're starving, you'll eat them. Truly, you know. So, and in regular cans that expire, as long as that top is not popped up, they're still technically good too. They'll lose their flavor as well. But just because it says expired in 2021 or 2022, it could be several years before you have to worry about it.
Losing its taste.
Well, losing it, not necessarily losing its taste, but actually going bad. The kind of cans that are in the store. Because once that top loses the vacuum seal, then you have to worry about it. It's growing bacteria at that point.
Okay.
Okay, so we're letting those noodles soak.
and this-
We're gonna do the stir fry part that's with the hot dogs.
Oh, we're going to a different location. Time to move.
Yeah, the stovetop.
All right.
Hi, Ian. Anyway, it's up to you how much oil you put in your stir fry, health-wise. But you're going to need a little bit of oil, unless you have a completely stick-free pan. If you have a wok that's really nice, you don't have to put any oil in it, but it gives it a little bit of flavor. And you're also going to want to add soy sauce, if you have it.
And the hot dogs are going in.
Well, maybe not. We want it to get hot a little bit.
So again, make sure you guys have some butter,
Some Pam.
some pan, whatever you
And
use.
oil if you want it.
Use some oil, whatever oil you're going to use. So avocado oil. She says what she's using here.
We're all so fancy.
Obviously, make sure that you're putting that stored away in your preps.
Yeah. And my spoon. This is where you're going to use those little seasoning packets. Where'd they go?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Getting the seasoning packets.
And egg. Oh, that was good. Threw it right in the pan.
Slide a little bit here so you can see a little better.
have to give credit to B. Smith in Maryland for this recipe. She's the one that taught it to me. Ages and ages ago. Forever ago.
It's a secret recipe on how to burn hot dogs.
Whatever. I only know how to burn stones.
Yeah. She about burned her stone the other day. Her cooking stone.
Oh, I didn't just about burn it. It's burnt.
I smelled something. I knew something was cooking. Not what we were hoping it was cooking.
I could blame you, but I can't. I did it. It was my fault. We found out an interesting thing, though. You don't have to turn the knob to make the burner come on. All you got to do is push down on it with a heavy pan.
Sizzle, sizzle. We'll see how this goes here.
Now, depending upon how much vegetables and meats and stuff you add to it, you might want to add some extra garlic besides just the seasoning packets. And the soy sauce is going to really help with the flavor.
Get some garlic.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's in the back right there, and those spices. Yep, in that cabinet. You can tell he doesn't work in the kitchen very much. It's in the very back. Yep, all the way. There you go.
I knew where it was at.
You did. Okay, eggs. Depending on if you want big chunks of egg, you cook the egg ahead of time, but it's all good. Okay, you need to drain that top ramen. And kids love this stuff, by the way. My grown kids still like stir-fried top ramen. It's funny. Okay, go ahead and add it.
Jerry put garlic in.
Yep.
Very good.
No, I did. Oh, I didn't put the garlic. I thought you asked me if we wanted to put it in. And where's my soy sauce? There it is.
And put some soy sauce in there as well.
Actually, just to have like gluten-free. Yes, I do. Believe it or not, guys, soy sauce has gluten in it. Unless you buy it gluten-free. Who would have thought?
I'll stick to this.
Of course you will. So tell them what you
What's
put
wrong
in
with
our
a little
food
gluten?
storage today. What kind of hot chocolate?
I didn't pay attention. I bought sugar-free hot chocolate. Who buys sugar-free hot chocolate? It's all they had on the shelves. No.
Yeah.
Weirdos buy sugar-free hot chocolate.
Right now it's hard to find a lot of things on the shelves. Yesterday I couldn't hardly find dog food. guess our dogs are gonna be going back to the wild.
They'll be eating stir fry.
Right. Oh, this is gluten-free, by the way. The Choy is gluten-free. You know what gluten is, honey?
It's good for you.
You know what gluten
It
is?
makes things taste better.
You know what gluten is? It's wheat.
It's weed.
Yeah, it's weed.
Drugs.
No wonder you like it. Oh, dirty. And you add soy sauce to your taste.
How many shakes do you put in there?
Whatever turns you on. Float your boat. Okay. Looks pretty done. And stir fry.
I guess we'll put it on a plate and see what it looks like. That was a tough cooking experience for me. Really worked really hard.
For sure. Definitely worked hard. Plates back
Oh.
there.
Hold on. Okay. All right. The moment of truth. See how it tastes like. Here we go.
Tastes like broccoli and celery and hot dogs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the poor man's stir fry.
Pour me a stir fry.
It's really good though. Vegetables have great flavor even after they've been stored for a long time, because I've had these particular cans for years. Just opened them today though.
How long have we had those cans?
What time? What year they expire?
40? Mm-hmm. Good for 20 years?
25 years.
25 years.
So had them a while.
It's good. Oh, hold on. So, I'm going to go ahead and close this out and basically just look, food storage and dried foods. A lot of people are like, well, freeze-dried foods, I'm not sure if I want to buy that, and then store that, and how good is it going to be, and
It's delicious.
yeah, and so I mean, some people have a phobia to that. I don't know why. So I guess they'd rather starve when the time comes. If you want to starve, starve. Yeah, and something happens, and there's food shortages, and you can't go to Burger King, you can't go to, get a Whopper, get a cheeseburger somewhere. Whatever the case may be. You have food storage that you can go ahead and be able to make food whenever you need it, and just make sure that you're watching it and that you're rotating your food. It didn't cost us a whole lot of money to make this. It cost that initial can to buy it, cost a few bucks. Top Ramen, how expensive Top Ramen? I just told you, $5 for 48 packs. We used 3 packs. We used 3 packs for dinner. We got plenty of foods here, so just another good option to realize that it's a good idea. Some ideas to put in for your preps, and maybe you got some ideas to try it out yourself here. So the old secret recipe is not a secret anymore. So go ahead and try it out. See if you like it. Say thanks to my wife. She has been the food storage person forever. We got married when we get married, 1987. So we've been storing food for our entire marriage. So so you never know when you're going to lose a job. You don't never know. There's going to be something that happens, and the food storage is a good thing to have. And cook it. Try it out. She makes another soup. I mess with her all the time about her soup, but it's actually a really good soup, and it's all made from the food storage meats and everything. So if you don't even know how to store food or meats, freeze dried meats, and they soak up pretty good. For those there's another video coming out. I did a barbecue pork one the other day, and it was good. I was out in the woods. It was good. So try it out. If you got some questions, what we used, the Thrive Life is what we buy. So go online, find it, not a problem, or any other place that sells them. So that's it for now. Hopefully that taught you something, helped you something, learned something new. So see ya. Bye.